Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, the Regolith Grand Cathedral was attacked by Luis and a man and his army of skeletons. Rias unfortunately died trying to assassinate Luis, and the royal palace itself was raised to the sky, with the face of Hythlodaeus V being placed on the front. We attempted to get as many people out of the cathedral as we possibly could, with the help of Hulkenberg, who is trying to catch up here. And today, we're going to be trying to find a way into the cathedral after our original plan was ruined for us. After making some preparations, we seem pretty apt and ready to go for that. Once you're ready, right over here is where we're going to head to.
All right.
No lookouts that I can see. Will not be discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please.
Well,
It's so quiet. It's kind of creepy.
Even so.
I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but you cannot let us stop here. Okay, well,
I'm a little worried.
I'm worried about the people left in the Grand Cathedral. Well, unfortunately, Will, we can't really worry about that right now. We've got to get in there and stop whatever this day of calamity is.
Let's go.
Let's head to the cathedral. We're going after that necromancer. We're going to catch him, for Grius' sake as well.
All right.
Just as I thought, this area has yet to be sealed off. We should be able to enter through here. If you need to talk with more, he's right here. Just as a reminder, I did swap Will over to the healer archetype. It's going to be pretty important, and I want to go ahead and show it off. So,
Look.
this path leads to the back entrance of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front.
ready?
Let's head inside. You all ready?
All
Let's
right.
go. Then let us enter. The way is straight ahead.
Doesn't it seem like...
It's downright eerie. Much too quiet in here. We've no choice but to steel ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open to
Let's
us.
hurry.
The area looks clear. Let's hurry.
Onward.
Welcome to the mausoleum. There doesn't seem to be really much for us to do here. There's a few
Look.
treasure chests, though. So the maglet's so dense. Is this the work of that necromancer, too? Yeah, we can see all the maglet crystals just all over the place. You trying to open this door? Nope, seems as though it's locked. How about this one? Nope. Okay, well, we can't really do much with that then. And there's that fog again. We know what this means, don't we?
Wait.
Wait, I'm getting a strange feeling from up ahead. It's the same feeling I had at the abandoned mine before. But the mines were... What do you sense? I don't know, but I've got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan, Will? We're going in. Right. No time to second guess ourselves. Let's do this.
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
Strange as he is, that pale fellow's magic works. Good for rooting out the rats.
That blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it? At least you'll be in good company.
It can't be.
No way.
Alcest.
Alcest, stop it! Don't! Why would you die for revenge of all things? The men I fought beside was not so ruled by anger and malice. Alcest, tell me, please. Is this the price of my failure, then? The prince, for having lost him, you too would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with His Highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail. And now, Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong!
The prince is alive!
Hey!
He's right. We do hunt Luis, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
Is that true? His Highness is still...
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting!
You mean, if that's true, then I... O lodestar who wanders in solemn duty, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path. Here now my new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will! Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken. My name is Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg. I am knight, I am commander, and last of the Honor Guard! Once more, I take up arms in my liege's name! Alcest, I will see you freed. For the liege I am sworn to, in his royal name, with this power, I shall open the way! Alcest, 'tis almost finished.
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
You've unlocked synthesis skills. Synthesis skills are special, cooperative skills available according to the party's channeled archetypes. Access them by pressing X on a party member's turn. In order to perform any synthesis skill, a second party member with a specific archetype lineage channeled is necessary. Synthesis skills consume the collaborator's turn icon in addition to the active character's turn icon. Unlocked. Synthesis, Protect Guard, Magic Guard, and Jump Thrust. This is awesome, Hulkenberg, but I need you to get into the back row and pass your turn. Thank you. We'll go over you in just a second. We unlocked Synthesis skill Round Slash. Deals weak physical slash damage to all enemies. We can pair that up with Hulkenberg or Will. We're not going to do either of that, though. We're going to go ahead and use Diagonal Slash. Yeah, we're fighting Grius. Undead Grius, but he's still Grius. Keep Will in the back row, and let's make use of the Healer archetype. It's first time in battle. You have Hama, light damage to one enemy. 212 damage, and thankfully Grius is weak to it. Okay, Hulkenberg has awakened to the Knight archetype. The Knight archetype is essentially a tank for the party, able to take hits for a long period of time while dealing decent damage and providing okay support. And a good example of this is the Knight's Proclamation. Draws enemies' attention and takes attacks for allies for one turn. Certain attacks can defy this effect. This is mainly talking about attacks that hit everyone regardless of what's happening. But we want to go ahead and use this. This is Hulkenberg starting fights. Might as well use it.
Is that all?
Keep her in the back row if she's going to be a knight. And this goes for tanking in general, as physical attacks will deal less damage. Let's go ahead and use Diagonal Slash. Grius is now going to use Mucking Phantasm. Those phantom attacks that he was using earlier, I believe we saw some of them, those are going to be his main attacks here. And as long as you have Hulkenberg utilizing Knight's Proclamation, they will only ever hit her. If you do not use Knight's Proclamation, he will do an AoE attack that does a lot of damage to everyone. Just try to use Knight's Proclamation the entire time throughout this encounter, and you'll be just fine. So the first time you get to Hulkenberg's turn, you can probably just pass. Use Diagonal Slash. Ooh, a crit. Nice. Use Hama. And then we'll use Knight's Proclamation here. And then we'll use Diagonal Slash. Getting pretty low, we should probably get to use some of those synthesis skills. If you're on higher difficulties, just be cautious of Hulkenberg's HP. Thankfully, she resists all of the major attacks Grace can do, and it'll be okay. Unfortunately, Will, as the healer, doesn't have any synthesis skills for us to work with, so we'll use Hama. And we're getting pretty close. I think we're gonna have Hulkenberg go up into the front. This is her fight after all. She has Jump Thrust, Protect Guard, and Magic Guard. We're gonna use Jump Thrust. This utilizes her and Stroll's turn icons.
We'll team up!
And thus I end it! Alsace!
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands.
We'll do as you ask, friend. I swear it.
Okay. I'll strive for greater heights.
Rest now, Alsace. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Oh, isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? It gives me the same nasty feeling. Come on, let's just destroy it.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there on the night the prince was attacked?
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then. We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alsace was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. 'Tis nothing. Let us go.
Don't "'tis nothing" me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But...
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say you? We can withdraw for now, right?
Yes. We should head back.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then.
Ah, you're just in time. Maria's awake. She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look. Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Luis to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Don't worry. I've no intention of giving up now.
What do you think? Are you going after Luis?
Of course I am.
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Luis's death?
knowing the truth. May I join your cause? I heard of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Luis clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness, the prince's life is saved. I will fight through all obstacles.
We'd be happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
We'd welcome you, gladly.
Truly. Thank you. I shall strive to protect you, as you saved me.
Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
Hulkenberg, the ever-loyal knight, has become your ally.
Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I would stake my very life upon it.
And thus, we have obtained a new bond with Hulkenberg after a firm handshake, and obtained the Knight Archetype, which is our right knee. Nice. You can now study the Knight in Academia. Try seeing what new power awaits you.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we ought to show her. Here. This is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time.
His Royal Highness.
He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Luis.
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. 'Tis enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the mourning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare, but what did he mean when he told us to wait for the day of calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
I want to say there's nothing else we could have done.
Yeah. But that doesn't keep it from hurting. I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even get proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica.
You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say. My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up. Grius gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
You can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. Alright, rank 2 with Gallica.
Gotta focus on the here and now, not the past.
Mage Enlightenment reduces the mag cost of studying the mage lineage, and the voices of followers can now be heard, even from far away.
Well, you should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow. Let's rest.
Why don't we rest her early to prepare for tomorrow? Okay, so now we get an early night. So let's go ahead and head outside to the main area here. Talk with Stroll. Grius, to think that he's gone. I only wish I could have thanked him. We owe him for leading us to a real knight. I confess I was relieved to see His Highness, though he's certainly grown since I knew him. Tonight we shall have our due rest and prepare for tomorrow. To finish Alces's fight is a grand undertaking, and we cannot fail him. I want to quickly talk about Grius, now that he has passed away and we have seen everything that we need to see about him. I'll be completely frank here, I saw his death coming a mile away, let alone from all the advertisements being very minimal about his showcase. He was obviously the old mentor character that dies early on for motivation purposes, type of archetype of character. That was pretty clear to me. But regardless of that, I still think that as a character, he served his purpose pretty well. And for the short time that we knew him, I think he had a pretty good first impression. He was funny and witty, he had great dialogue with the boys, and moments like his speech when we fight the dragon, where he gives us that rallying cry, I love that. And he was very up and at him. I mean, he had Luis dead to rights if it wasn't for the king's magic. So as a character, he had a strong first impression, and I enjoyed him a lot. Yeah, he's obviously just there to die, but regardless of that, I think he did pretty well as a character. And yeah, I mean, even if you didn't know that he was going to die from marketing and advertisements just not showing him very much, the fact that he doesn't get a big, crazy cutscene where his archetype gets awakened is also kind of a big showcase of that. Again, it's not a big deal to me. I think he did perfectly fine in his role, and we got Hulkenberg in his place, which she'll be doing just fine. Another thing about this I want to mention, I brought up the Metaphor Fantazio manga in the first episode when discussing Will's canon name, at least in various languages. To bring that up again, I want to talk about Will's personality as a main character. And that manga gives Will a lot to show as a character rather than just being a blank slate main protagonist. Thankfully, Will does have a voice in the video game and does still feel like his own person, but the manga really brings him into his own, and that's shown a lot in Grius's death in the manga, where Will flies into this blinding rage. He's angry about Grius's death more than we see in the video game. And yeah, Will's a very emotional, I was gonna say child, but he's 18 years old. You know, he's a young adult. He's a very emotional young adult. And I'm glad that we get to see that at least in some form of medium that this game has. I don't know, I wanted to talk about that. Again, Grius had a strong first impression on not just us as the player, or at least me, but also the characters. And we'll be seeing that going through. Grius had a big stake in the game's narrative, even if we haven't gotten very far in it. But with that said, let's go to sleep. We have a lot to do in the morning. And no, we're not done for the day.
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
I saw it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss. Yet, I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
The mag used by Grius has been inherited and returned to Will's soul.
Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
You may come across items that grow your archetypes in various places, similar to the hero's incense you received from Moore. We've seen those, and we've actually used them already. You can use them from the item menu to grant experience directly to an archetype without having to battle. Again, I've already shown this, but it's good to know.
Forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided. And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such. A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded in his collar, too. Much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place. If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you? You'll find him a most helpful companion. If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
What?
Something amiss? Is the spell broken? Has the crystal underground been shattered? No, surely this not as quickly. Soldiers couldn't possibly.
No matter.
No matter. Trivial, all of it. More importantly. A rather complicated sealing spell, but I see its workings. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the Hall of the Royal Scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Sorry.
I apologize that we've commandeered your home.
Think nothing of it.
Think nothing of it. This is my fight too. You're going after that man in the cathedral, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Surely before the day of calamity that he's warned about. I don't know what he's plotting, but I want nothing more than to foil it. We can't let a tragedy that would rob this country of its future come to pass. Not only for the prince, for Grius as well.
I'd say...
One last matter. I am yet unused to this strange power. Once we take the field again, I would look to another for orders. Will, you seem best suited to the task. That is the role you have been serving thus far, yes?
It'll be all right.
No objections here. He's certainly gotten me out of plenty of nasty situations.
All good.
I agree. You up for that, Will? Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, got it. May you lead us to victory. I'll do my best. I suppose that would make you our captain. A fitting title for a company's technical authority, you know?
For real.
I guess, but it sounds so formal. I don't know if I could get used to calling him that.
Now then.
As for when we return to the cathedral, yours is the final say. But we better be served by prudence than haste.
Yeah.
Right. Let's make sure that we're ready for this. Gallica, when it's time to go, you give us the word.
Got it.
Yeah, got it. Stay calm, everyone. You can do this.
Let's focus.
Luis's necromancer subordinate must be stopped. I need to discover Luis's whereabouts as well. Who knows what could happen on the day of the prophesied calamity. Our deadline for this is June 21st. Yes, they actually do use our actual monthly calendar, so we will be calling it June. June 21st. 10 days. A mission with a deadline has begun. Meet up with your allies at the catacombs entrance to challenge the Grand Cathedral. Failure to complete your mission by the deadline will result in a game over. You must defeat the necromancer before the day of calamity. You will actually get a bad ending to the game if you do not do this, and you'll be forced to reset your save file to a previous day. So, bad idea. On a given day, you have time to do one thing in the day and another at night. Dungeons can only be visited during the day, and you'll need to rest at night, if you go in that day. If you spend time in town during the day, the night is yours. On the local map, there are icons indicating where you can hone your royal virtues, people who have requests, and where your followers are. Raising your royal virtues and strengthening your bonds with your followers is the key to obtaining new archetypes. Use your free time wisely and strive to be the best version of yourself. If an action will consume time, the choice will be marked with a clock symbol. Keep this in mind so you can plan your activities accordingly, which is an amazing quality of life feature. Hey, got a sec? I was thinking, isn't Grand Trad just huge? All this running from end to end must be so tiring. So, I was thinking, you got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you could do something cool with it. Grias said that the sword was forged with magla. With a little magic, I think I can make it float. That's what the prince used to do, remember? So let's give it a try. Picture levitating, and then see if you can stand on it. While in safe areas like cities, press circle to hop on your blade and quickly ride through the area. You can increase your speed by holding R2, or toggling it. The first thing we need to do is head to the Grand Cathedral. And it's actually not the first thing we're gonna do, but yes, we finally have access to a faster means of travel while on the map. So yeah, we can hold R2 and we can just speed through things, and people will actually make comments about it, which is really neat. So, now that we have access to this, we finally have the ability to talk about one of the core features of Metaphor Fantazio that we haven't had access to in the first, I don't know, what, 8.5 episodes of the series? Trust me, this will not be the only time that I get to talk about that. So, if we go into our menu, we can look at the calendar. So, right here in the calendar, we can see our current day, which begins our current event to prevent the Day of Calamity. The last possible day that we can go into the dungeon to prevent the Day of Calamity is the 21st, which is why it's circled. The 22nd is the Day of Calamity and the end of the mourning period. So we need to be finished with the dungeon on the 21st at the absolute latest. So we've got plenty of time to do this. As you can see, the calendar is a 5-day per week schedule, so we can plan things out properly by looking at days and seeing what happens. Every Idol's Day will be a big bargain day, so if you want to do your shopping, plan for the 15th. As of right now, we can see various things on the shops. Hey, did you hear that? It sounded like a cry of pain somewhere nearby. Yeah, let's go ahead and help this guy out before I continue talking. Hey, you there! Do you have any medicinal herbs? My stomach is killing me. It's pretty in rough shape. A medicinal herb would go a long way, and you have 12 on hand. Want to give him one? Sure.
Thank you. You saved me.
Oh, it's feeling a bit better. You're a kind one. People normally pay no mind to a platypus like me. But you really helped me. Here, take this as thanks.
Hey, hero's incense. It was nice of you to make the man so happy. I hope he gets better. Anyways, as I was saying, shops do have new things in stock if we want to go ahead and take a look. If we go to the weapon shop here, we can see we have the Iron Lance for the Knight and the Golden Epi, an extravagant sword utilized by nobles in duels. It's a slash-type weapon for the Seeker and gives strength and magic +3. This is a very strong weapon, and honestly, if you can afford it, not a bad idea to get it, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. We are going to grab an Iron Lance, because I do want to utilize the good old Knight, so we are going to grab that.
Indeed.
I don't think this is necessary right now to grab if you do not have the money for it, but we're going to go ahead and get it anyways. And then for Hulkenberg, we need to see what gear you have. Since we got Grias' stuff back, do I want to give you anything in particular? I want to give you anything in particular. I think I'll give you this agility and endurance +1. You lose 3 defense, but it's not that big of a deal. And then Royal Knight Medal doesn't give you anything, so we'll give you the Guard's Talisman for endurance +3. That gives you 20 endurance. Yeah, you're doing just fine. The Knight is weak to lightning. We'll be going over exactly what the Knight can do in detail later. But for right now, we're going to just do a quick run through of things. But yeah, as the tutorial was saying, now we have access to the actual day-night calendar system of the game. This game, Metaphor Fantazio, does have a limited amount of days, as you can see here. There's only so many days in the game, which means that you need to plan accordingly in order to make sure you can see everything the game has to offer. Now, do not be intimidated by that. Metaphor Fantazio is very forgiving with its day system, and as long as you're on top of things, you will have plenty of time to see everything the game has to offer. And I mean that literally. I think you can have maybe about 11 or 12 days of free time by the end of the game if you are just on top of things properly. And I want to go ahead and make mention to the official Metaphor Fantazio strategy guide. As if you were to purchase this, you could actually follow the game's walkthrough day by day and see everything the game has to offer, including how to get all of the platinum trophies if you are worried about that. Despite this, I will not be following the strategy guides day by day, so It's impressive that there are multiple ways for you to complete this game in one full playthrough, but if you're wondering if I'll be following that strategy guide's playthrough, that is not the case. I have my own revised version of another strategy that can be found online. So this has been a lot to talk about and go over, and I do not want to overwhelm you too much today. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of spring cleaning, look around some areas, grab some gold beetles that I haven't grabbed yet that I really should, and we might look at doing something. But I will tell you right now, we are not going into the dungeon today. So, the first thing on the list is there's a gold beetle right back here in the Sunshade Row. There we go. There's our first gold beetle, and there's a few others that we can get. The next one is up here in the Comfort Concoctions. So there was this gold beetle right here that I purposely ignored earlier. Unfortunately, we cannot get it because of these pesky vases in our way. However, if we were to talk to this bag of spices, we obtain a gold beetle. There we go. Next, I want to head to the recruitment center, or centra, as there was also another gold beetle that I looked at. Well, I didn't look at, but I heard and kind of brought up a little bit, but didn't really go into too much detail about. You can get this as early as your first time visiting the recruitment center at the very beginning of the game, but I held off because I wanted to talk about it later. And as of right now, that is all the gold beetles we can obtain. Actually, I'm here to visit the weapon shop again, as I do want to make mention to something. If you have the money for it, I suggest getting a kindling staff. Now, I already have one.
What now?
And I have it for the mage, because I'm actually going to swap over to the mage real fast to show it off. Be sure to grab a kindling staff. Honestly, I might suggest getting another one, but I don't think it's necessary. But I wanted to go ahead and just bring that up and get again, just in case you didn't get one earlier. Be sure to grab one of those. And as an aside, if you need more stuff for your Hulkenberg, now that she's joined our team and you didn't grab gear for her, I would suggest potentially grabbing the Apprentice Surcoat. I don't think I need anything too drastic here. And I do want to hold off on grabbing anything too crazy. So yeah, we're gonna save our money for what we have right now. So for the last thing this episode, I want to go ahead and talk about two more things. Yeah, I know there's a lot going on today, but... So, first things first, I want to talk to this Mastari.
Oh, what shall I do? I cannot buy the medicine that my sick daughter needs.
Medicine? Is it that expensive?
Yes, or it is. Or to put it more accurately, it costs more than what a Mastari in the city is capable of earning. My daughter won't be long for this world if I can't get my hands on this medicine. My heart aches to see her so racked by cough.
What if I buy it?
Yeah.
Our mission is still our top priority, but it shouldn't take too much of our time if we try and squeeze in a quick shopping trip to help them out.
You there?
Wait, what? Don't be ridiculous. We Mastari are treated poorly, but the people here hate the Elder even more. I've heard that all Elder are anathema to the Sanctists. The medicine can be purchased at the church, but I doubt they do business with you.
Well, I'll try at least.
Well, it's a respiratory medicine called the Breath of Fresh Air. They sell it at the St. Firmus Church.
It's not too much trouble.
I am hesitant to get my hopes up, but should you somehow obtain it, please, bring it to me.
St. Firmus Church should be on some Lumio Street. Think they'll sell us the medicine? Worth a try. I need to purchase the Breath of Fresh Air, a medicine, and deliver it to the requester. It's apparently sold at the St. Firmus Church on Sun Lumio Street. If we complete this, we get a rested accessory and increased our tolerance. Our deadline for this is June 16th. We've got 5 days. The rewards for solving people's requests are not limited to just money or items. You can even unlock a new archetype. The harder the request, the greater reward you can expect. You may be requested to slay certain monsters outside the city, for example. You can review requests you've already taken in the quest section of the main menu. Enemy difficulty is also noted there, so you don't have to tackle quests blindly. Some requests have time limits, like this one. If you fail to complete a request in the designated time, it will be marked expired. You can no longer acquire rewards for requests past the deadline, so keep your eye on your time. You can review deadlines in the quest section of the main menu. In fact, if you fail to reach certain deadlines, you can have some very grim consequences met for you or the side quest holders or their people affiliated with them. It can get pretty dark, and I'll be sure to showcase some of those examples. I won't actually fail any of the quests for the main series, but I do have some extra footage and save files ready to showcase some of those failed quests. Anyways, he said something about the St. Firmus Church. If we use our fast travel feature, we can go to San Lumio Street, see if we can't get into that church, and find that breath of fresh air. It's pretty difficult to miss the actual church. All we need to do is head to the left side of the map and go past the church choir over here that we've already talked to a few times. Right here is the St. Firmus Church. And inside, it's a pretty small church. Inviting an Elder into the church at a time like this. Sancta should know that even holy beneficence have... I always suck at saying that word. Beneficence, you know what? You're not worthy of me trying to spell your words right. Should I not be here? Obviously not. Your very presence here goes against our doctrine. It's sacrilege. Scriptures tell us that the Elder are a dangerous tribe. They are the inheritance of a treacherous magic that undermines the tenets of sanctism. The church offers charity to the people, but the truly devout know that the Elder are not people. Leave this place at once and be quick about it.
What?
I'm more than happy to leave you to your hate if that's what your church teaches. Let's get what we came for and be on our way. I guess riding your sword like a surfboard is sacrilege. Closure. I can see that you're an Elder. I'll not turn you away if you've come to here with a purpose, however. I do hope you'll keep it brief.
Excuse me.
Thanks, I think. Anyway, we heard that you sell a type of medicine called breath of fresh air here. Breath of fresh air, you say? We typically only make the particular remedy available to those who have accepted the light of sanctism. Let it be known that we practice generosity. By special exception for an Elder, you may demonstrate your sincerity by purchasing it for 500 reed. For an Elder? You're raising the price because of his tribe? Surely you would not expect your vulgar tribe to stand as equals amongst the blessed. Our teachings forbid it. Thus, I ask you that you demonstrate your sincerity. Bear in mind, to even sell, that is, give them to you is taboo. I'd appreciate a show of gratitude more than words of protest. Now, how may I assist? Let's go ahead and buy here. Breath of fresh air. Bought it. Nice. If we can try to purify items, which you talked about already. Judging by the sword on your hip, I take it you are a warrior. If you carry armaments with hidden potential, I can purify them for you. However, no matter how sincere you may be, you are still an Elder. You must demonstrate a basic understanding of sanctism if you expect my cooperation. If my wisdom was informed, I could ask the church to purify my equipment. Certain equipment can be taken to a church and purified, after which it is born anew with enhanced capabilities and new special effects. You can unlock the purify function by raising the wisdom of royal virtue. Equipment that can be purified will be noted in the item description. Unfortunately, our wisdom is not high enough, but we got the breath of fresh air, so let's head back to that Masari in Sunshade Row. Hello there, good sir.
You there?
My dear fellow, is that the breath of fresh air? Did you get that for me? Of course.
Thank you.
Oh, praise be. I give you the deepest of thanks. With this, my daughter can be cured. I apologize for having so little faith in you. People have been quite anxious since the incident at the Grand Cathedral, literally an hour ago, so the prices on everything have increased. On top of that, the discrimination against the Mastari and other Maida tribes have only worsened. Hardly any shops will serve me. But I digress. Allow me to return the favor.
Hey, no.
Hardly seems worthy of praise to do something so simple as purchase medicine. It's wrong that this problem exists within the country in the first place. What you did means the world to me. Thank you, truly, for saving my daughter's life. Please, you must take this as a token of my gratitude. Mission accomplished!
Alright.
Got 4 points in tolerance. Hear a voice. Thy present glow comes from one of the splendid virtues already dwelling within thee. This glow serves thee best as a kindling to inflame thy followers' trust in thee. Gather the royal virtues and fulfill thy destiny. Not quite to rank 2, but we're getting there. Your character is measured by 5 royal virtues, each of which can be increased in various ways. Honing the royal virtues, courage, wisdom, tolerance, eloquence, and imagination will help you solve your followers' problems and improve your relationship with them. You might improve your virtues by working, aiding people, or testing your courage. Try talking with Gallica for ideas. She knows a lot about the town and can give you more information. An accessory. I'm sorry, but what does it do? It's so rusty, I can't tell what it is. I've heard you can get it appraised at a shop. Anywhere will do. I'm afraid I don't know more about it, as none of those places would serve me. Crying out loud! They won't even let you shop? Thank you, though. We should get this looked at, Will. Excuse me, but I must now administer the medicine to my daughter. Thank you again. May our divine relic bless this kind young man. I want to show quick footage of what happens if you do not meet the deadline for this poor man and his daughter. Unfortunately, he passes away trying to steal the medicine for his daughter, and the church kills him, leaving him out for dead. And it's assumed that his daughter doesn't make it through the 5 days either. It's a horrible, horrible fate. And that is a good reason to try and avoid these deadlines as much as possible. Help as many people as you can. Anyone in need. For the last thing today, we are going to go check out those appraisals. See what exactly that is all about. There's still plenty to talk about before we head to the cathedral, but we're going to save that for another day.
Hey,
Let's go ahead and go right here. Now, the way that rusted accessories work, unfortunately I just skipped the tutorial for it, whenever you appraise an item, you will get a random item from a select few items. And you can technically save scum to try and get an item that you really want. I will not be doing this. I will just be getting whatever I get. But if you really, really wanted a set amount of items, you can technically save scum to try and get what you want. 100 reef to try and to appraise this rusted accessory, and we got ourselves a Squire's Bracelet, strength +3. Hello, not bad at all. Let's give that to Stroll. He's got the Noble's Crest, which isn't anything all that crazy anyways. Give him that Squire's Bracelet. Yeah, 19 strength, not bad at all. We can work with that. Okay. And with all of that done and dusted, I think this is a good time to stop for today. There's still plenty for us to see. And next time on Metaphor Fantazio, we'll be going through our first full day in this new calendar system and seeing more of what Grand Trad has to offer and seeing what people's reactions are to the... Well, I was going to have an ominous shot of the giant head in the sky. There we go. There it is. We're going to be looking around and seeing what people think about that, and doing our first full day in this new calendar system. So, with that said, see you soon.